Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That was a short but sweet version of Frankie and Johnny, which was a little different due to the fact that I had the pianist play the bass part and I played the melody part. Traditionally, this instrument, the string bass, has been known as the bottom. And over the past 60, 70 years, it has made many leaps in which I think that it has passed even the expectations of the makers and players of the 1800s. I don't think they would imagine that this instrument would be played as it is today by some of our fine young people and a few of our good old people. The first thing I'd like to go back is to refresh for some of you young people and maybe to remind some of the old people of how this thing used to be played. Now, I didn't know anything about this. They just told me about it. But back around 1910, in the early days, just as they made the transition from the tuba to the string bass, it was played in a very, I guess you could call, haphazard way. There was not a lot of finesse, and it was played very harshly like this. Now, that particular slap version and method was refined to some extent. I recall vividly as a kid hearing Wellman Brogue, who was with Duke Ellington, who also was written up in, believe it or not, Ripley, as being able to play more slaps per minute than any other bass player alive. But he refined it to the point where he could play, and I learned to do this because this, when I was first playing the bass, this was the thing to do, was to play the melody like, let's say, T for 2. That style. It's very hard on your hands while we're using steel strings as we do now. If I had gut strings, I think I could be a little more elaborate. But it has come a long way in that into the 40s and early 50s, the bass was played this way. So the hand was off of the string. Now going into the middle 50s and on, the hand stayed on the board. And also the left